Hi, my name is Tapesh, and today we'll be going back to old school memories. In old school memories, the particular one when we holded a pen or pencil for the first time. This is a marker, but assume it's a pen or pencil. So, with different subjects, we had different style of writing, and with different style of writing, we also had different paper of writing or the way we used to write with. Currently, let's go back to the first thing when we learned ABC of English. So therefore, in English, we used a four-lane rule. In this, we were particularly being forced to write in these two lines, and we were being focused not to write like this. So the alphabet had to cover complete two lines, and if at all any alphabet goes down, it used to be covering these two bottom lines, and if it has to go up, it had to cover these two. Even this is wrong, it has to cover both top and bottom. So for example, this is wrong. Y would be like this. We won't get marks for this one. G would be like this, and any alphabet which is going up used to be like this. So that's the four-lane writing we learned for using English. I hated the most was mathematics. When mathematics, primarily, there were two different rule books. In primary school, we had this box kind of writing. In this box kind of words, we had to focus to write the numbers in the box, and even mathematical operations were done like, and the results were used to be. Now, even some kids like to write in mid-air, which people were never been appreciated for. They wanted the bottom to be the baseline and then the numbers to be inside them. Even this was sometimes considered wrong. All the digit has to be at units, tens, and ones places in the reverse order, but in the box completely, fully. So that was mathematics till primary school. In secondary school, I was mostly taught in southern part of India to use an unruled book like this, where this portion of the book was just used to write serial numbers. So 1, 2, 3 or equation. So all the serial numbers were used to be written on the left hand side of this book, and on the right hand side, this was for rough work. You can draw, sketch, play something, or do the rough mathematics calculation there. And this was the actual space where we could do the actual mathematics. And any solutions has to be written here, conclusion has to be here, all the lines has to be here. So for me, being coming from different schools, this was waste of paper because lot of space was being wasted. But still, that was the pattern which was being followed for using secondary mathematics, maybe from class 5th to 10th or before 10th, maybe 9th. Not everyone in school had the chance to study Hindi or Sanskrit, but if at all they choose any one of these subjects, they would be forced to go on these books. Now, there was always a confusion when we are writing Hindi. We should write like this, or we should be writing it like this. but whatever method we followed, we had one thing in common, just like English, that if at all we are using this pattern, then we can put all the matras using these two lines. That's not even a word, but I was just showing you. The matras can be used on the top two and the bottom two ones. So this was Hindi, guys. And now coming to the subject which has beautifully changed all the wonderful minds of our school, or of all the schools, was science. So for science in primary school, we used to use a books like this. Means if a book is like this, left hand side of the book or left page of the book will be ruled, and the right hand side would be a plain space. So this side was used to write anything what you like, but this time nothing was being followed. These lines were the ones where we can use the space. Why did I learn to write cursive? But then, if at all we are writing on this side was usually used for making diagrams. That's you. Finally, and unfortunately, we all were doomed when the single rule line was introduced to us. In a paper having single rule lines, this place was used to write the date. This space was mostly used to write title or topic of the whole subject. Now these lines were used to write the serial number. And actually the center space was used to write the original content. One thing I could never figure out was when everyone used to buy a new book, they used to leave the first page of that book. Might be just for writing names later or scribbling something, or maybe for the god, I have no clue, but they used to leave the first page of the book. And later on, as we progress further in life, the rule lines, even were not having these two separating margins, they were only left with the single rule paper, which we currently still might be using. And since we grew up further, we were left with only a white page, and that's what I'll be leaving you guys with. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.